in the fucking room. Hello and welcome to Celebrity Big Brother's Bit on the Psych. It's a bit like Celebrity Big Brother's Bit on the Side, but we got brains.
We got brains.
We got brains.
What an incredible episode of Big Brother it was tonight. I think you'll agree. This is probably the most action-packed series that we've ever had on Celebrity Big Brother.
I think it could be.
I really do think it is. There is a lot to talk about, so we'll be discussing all of tonight's events throughout the show.
And in a house with enough brain activity to power an electric toothbrush, there's plenty for our psych experts to get their teeth into. Plus, we've got some amazing exclusive footage coming up too.
Now, before we all get chatting, it's time to introduce someone very special. Now, if you think there's a love triangle in the house, that's nothing compared to this studio on a Saturday night, because the sexual tension is palpable.
Yes, she's agreed to come back for another week. Please welcome our third wheel, Carol McGiffin.
I never wanted to see that
That
face
was the
on
most unseductive face I've ever seen in my life. Jeez.
I was trying.
Put me off my stroke terribly.
Sorry.
How are you feeling? Are you all right?
I feel fine, yes.
Fragile from last
No,
night?
no. What do you mean? I was, yeah.
I could smell
I'm terribly
so much
hungover.
alcohol on you this morning.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
It's all right, I enjoyed it.
I was out
listen, let's move on to it all. Listen, the bolt hole was revealed and Evander was evicted, guys, but perhaps the biggest story from tonight was the mother of all arguments from Louisa and Dappy. Here is a reminder of the really loud bit.
I think you're a fucking prick.
No, I'm not
for what it's worth.
I'm not a
I
prick.
think you're a wannabe little child that plays at being a fucking gangster.
I said,
Don't try and backtrack.
I said,
on what you've
said, if a man sleeps with five women, it makes him a pig.
not
If a
even having
woman
this
sleeps with
conversation,
5
Dappy.
men, it makes her. What we all know what it makes her. Cool. We know what it makes her. We know what it makes her.
You shouldn't. You know what?
Listen,
You shouldn't have been against the door listening, because the diary room is meant to be a place where people can
Cool.
talk privately about things.
But
Number one.
you feel sorry
And
for
that
my
is
mum.
rude,
I feel
and
sorry
that's
for your
bad.
daughter. I feel sorry for your
Right, you
daughter.
carry on.
Carol McGiffin, the one question is, Team Louisa or Team Dappy?
Oh, God, Louisa all the way. I
Really?
think...
Really?
Oh my
I
am shocked by
I
that.
don't care what that lot think. I'm
Oh, it's like
totally-
Katie Hopkins is back all over again.
I'm totally with Louisa on this one. Completely, yeah. And I
Why?
think Dappy's really showing himself up, and I think he's making himself look like a right twat, actually. And I think Louisa... I'm not saying either of them was right, but it was just a ridiculous argument about nothing. And I knew that house would kick off.
Seem to stem from
Why
nothing.
did Dappy
It was
start
nothing.
bringing GCSE grades into it?
I don't
couldn't
know.
understand that. And then he kept changing it. He got a B in
couldn't
drama. It's a
remember.
really tough fucking subject, drama, isn't it? Jesus.
Can I say, I genuinely, and I said this in the green room earlier, had a dream about my GCSE results last night because of our exclusive last night.
WTF?
And I failed on everything. I was so disappointed.
And yet dreams can come true. You're
Yes,
sat
they
here with
can, as
myself and Carol.
Gabrielle once said with her eye patch. We
Now,
love
Carol,
her.
how would you have felt if had one of your housemates been earwigging at the diary room when you were in there?
Oh, I would have been fuming. I would have been furious if I'd known, because, you know, obviously she must know that he did that, because he quoted her
said
and he
it,
said,
yeah.
yeah, I heard everything you said. Because the diary room is... It's sacrosanct, it's that
It's the
place.
safe place.
It's the safe place,
Yeah.
the place you can go and say whatever you want. You know, Big Brother might show it to all the housemates later, but it's a risk you take. And it's great being in that diary room. The fact that he was listening in, I mean, that just made him... he's really gone down in my estimation. I thought he was quite funny and I liked
How
him,
high
and I
was he in
don't
your
now.
estimation before that then? Because
Well,
he's never
no.
been that high in mine.
No, I actually really like Dappy.
Really?
I do, because I think he has really changed himself in there a little bit, but I think this
It
round
was quite
is just...
entertaining.
I don't like
Yeah.
it when you see his hair. That puts me off him. Now, here's what they both had to say in the diary room this morning.
I made up with Dappy, so that was good. I suppose, like, today is another day. Can't wallow on yesterday. So, may as well just have fun and be happy. Ting. I think I'm just going to keep my head down and my mouth shut.
Yesterday, even though I had a couple disagreements with Lulu, I was a man and I decided to go and say Lulu, I'm willing to say sorry. And I did it in front of everyone. And it takes a man to do that, as we say. The champ told me, you gotta learn to agree to disagree. Sorry, I'm just still... Back to my normal self. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me.
What was that?
Head down and mouth shut. She's always going on about those bloody sex parties, isn't
Oh,
she?
Ian.
All the time.
What do you think of all that, Carol, today in the diary room? Do you think they really have forgiven each other and made up?
Well, you have to in a way because you've got to live with those people. If you fight with someone, they're not going to just go away, and it's really uncomfortable. Everybody who has a fight in that house always makes it up. You might still hate the person, but you've got to live with them, so you've got to live in peace. So yeah, you would. I didn't really argue with anybody. So
Rylan and I hate each other, but we've got to work together. So
Yeah,
we're
well,
working
exactly.
in peace.
So you're nice.
Work, sleep together. Yeah.
I know.
Our psych experts will be giving their own view on tonight's big fallout later on. Let's chat about the eviction.
Yes.
She's going to be with us soon. Evander's going to be joining us soon, so watch what you say. But Carol, were you surprised to see Evander go?
I really was surprised. I couldn't actually believe it. I couldn't believe that Evander and Louisa were in the bottom two. I thought it might be Liz, and I thought Liz would go.
escaped the bottom two. How is that possible?
I do not know. I know Vanessa said on your show last night, I can't actually fathom how people would pick up the phone and vote for Liz Jones as opposed to Evander Holyfield. I don't get it. So I was surprised to see him go out. I wasn't surprised that Lee and Casey both chose him to go, though, obviously, because they would. But I was really shocked by that. I was really shocked that Jim got the most votes.
Yeah, I think a lot of people was.
He got the most of it, most nominations, and he got the most votes from the public.
We've mentioned this before. I'm starting to like Jim
Don't, I know.
Davidson. How is that possible?
Let's move on. We're going to touch on Jim a little bit later on.
Good.
Let's move on to the bolt hole. You coped with isolation in the summer with your own little fake eviction, and you've done really well with it, but could you have coped for 2 days in the bolt hole with Lee Ryan?
With Lee? Oh, God, I'd be too scared to. Just in case. I'd be pushing those beds even further apart. Not that he'd try it on with me.
Well, I wouldn't put it past him, Carol.
Well, he might, actually, yeah. Who has escaped? Nobody's escaped him yet.
No one is
Louisa.
safe from Lee Ryan, let's be fair. And I'm loving this little chat.
I am loving it too. Thank you for highlighting that.
Rather than just end it there, I think we'll stay a little bit longer on these sofas. What do you guys think? I'm liking it. So still to come, Evander will be with us.
And Ryland's going to be giving me a crash course in the art of spray tanning. Excellent. See you soon. Hello, welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Psych. Now, it's been an eventful week. The bolt hole was filled and emptied. Dappy freed mankind from the clutches of alien overlords. And Evander regaled the house with tales of his horse riding days.
That horse. There's been enough drama this week, but before we get stuck into that with Evander and our experts of the night, a little bit of light relief. Let's talk no.
Oh.
Still bad. Let's talk our favourite moments. Carol, what was your favourite moment of this week?
There's been so many. But I think the alien task I thought was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I especially loved it when they were trying to break the things and Evander was tapping them and they were breaking and Dappy was giving it all that and they wouldn't break. But my very favourite bit was, and watch closely, because when they were getting electric shocks, Jasmine and Lee were really getting shocked. It was killing them. And Liz obviously feels no pain because every time they went, ow, she went, ah! Watch it.
Let's have a look.
What position did Lee's band Blue come in the Eurovision Song Contest? Tell me. 12. You sure? Yeah. Come on, give us though. Green.
Oh my God!
Ah, the problem getting stung like a bitch on the ass. Might have been 11. Fuck. Right. Yes! Yeah! I thought it was 11. Come on, Liz, I'm getting it.
Brilliant. That is so good.
It's great, wasn't it? I mean, no sense, no feeling, I say. She wasn't feeling any pain
It was
there.
literally a... Oh. Were you quite impressed by Dappy's attempt though, with the whole
Oh,
banging
yeah,
away.
he was really giving it his all. Seriously, we had to jump up to try and hit them, and Evander was just like, ping, shh, and they would smash.
everywhere.
That task was fantastic. I loved it.
It was a cracking task. It's been a cracking week. Rylan, what's been your favourite bit so far?
My favourite bit is, again, from Liz. Evander obviously says, oh, I hit the horse, fell off the horse. And then Liz just turns around to the heavyweight champion of the world and says, if that was my horse, I would stab you. Let's have a quick reminder.
I was so mad on the horse course, I fell. I hit him right in the jaw.
That's awful. I hate people that do that.
Yeah, I got, well,
You punched a horse.
Oh, yeah, I punched. Oh, boy, I was so doggone.
But you're a human.
But they don't. But what I'm saying.
You're a human.
Yeah, I know. I was embarrassed by.
I think that's
what the-
disgusting. I think that's disgusting.
But I'm telling you, I was
I think he's
embarrassed by.
joking.
I was embarrassed by what the horse did, because the fact that I'm not a good horse rider anyway.
You punched my horse, I would stab you. Like, seriously.
Listen, to be honest, he makes a good point. If a horse embarrasses you, you need to smack it in the face.
Do you remember that guy who there was a riot and some guy punched a police horse? Do you remember? He got locked up for that.
Horses,
they're going to be after
they're
Evander.
asking for it. They're big, toothy grins, and
Sorry.
they're looking
They're
at
not
you.
asking
Can we
for it.
I think we're overseeing the fact that Liz
horses.
Jones just said she will stab Evander Holyfield. That woman has got balls. That's all I'm going to say.
It's good bit of fighting talk from
I
me,
reckon
wasn't
she
it?
would, yeah.
It was good. What about you? What's your favourite moment?
Well, listen, last week we were all on the side of Lionel Blair because he was upset by the talk of finger
Lionel.
banging. Jasmine,
Oh,
he was
yeah.
it's disgusting, all this finger banging. I don't... Well, then this... I was surprised. Did you see it this week? They're having a disco, and Lionel does a very, very seductive dance.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was surprised by this. Look.
Lionel, I'm sorry. I know that some people might be like, oh, how crude from Lionel Blair, but he can do no wrong in my eyes.
He's a dirty old man.
Don't you dare! You're talking about Lionel Blair
You
like
literally, legally can't talk like Lionel Blair about it.
No.
I would like, for one, to see a little bit more of Lionel's choreography in
Well,
the
you
house.
forget that that's what he's a dancer, he's a choreographer, he's a cracking dancer, but getting a giant schlong out, that's not a dance. That's a way of life for some of us.
All right. Well, it has been a good old week. Here's what the housemates had to say about Evander this morning.
I couldn't work out why he'd done this, because he's so rich. Millions and millions.
It wasn't a bad bout in his body.
No, that's what we
Go
said.
around
You know.
in circles though, and it's like one story leads into another. It's a tangent. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. You're like, what are you talking about?
But we were saying that though. We were saying like his stories are so interesting, he's amazing and whatever else. But never once did he ask us about us.
Yeah.
Like
No.
He didn't,
He never
did
asked
he?
me like what I do if I had siblings or what I do for a job.
And the thing is,
I
if you
never
did start
thought about
talking about
that.
yourself, he'd
Actually,
switch
he never
off in a
asked me.
second.
All
No.
the times I've spoken to him,
What
he
do you
didn't
do?
ask me.
Like,
Yeah.
where do you live? I don't know. I didn't really.
Very much.
Very much.
Yeah.
There you go. It's time now to welcome... Clap it up.
All we're doing is sitting on different chairs, guys. Calm down.
Thank you so much. It is time now to welcome our fantastic panel. First up, she still looks like Annie Lennox. It's our psychologist, Rachel Murray.
Also joining us this evening is behaviour expert Dr. Pam Spur.
And finally, he's still not sure what's worse, getting his ear bitten off by Mike Tyson or being handcuffed to Louisa. He's your undisputed first evictee of the series. Give it up, Evander Holyfield!
Nice to see you, Evander. Thank you.
Oh, Evander, how is your first day being outside the house?
It's been good. Free.
Free. Simple as, he's not banged up no more. Listen, Evander, what we all want to know is, as a sportsman, obviously it's drilled into you to win. Are you gutted that you didn't go in there and win it?
Yeah, you know, even though I wanted to win, I didn't get it. But you know, that's part of it.
Have you seen any of the show back?
Yes, I have.
Have you been looking sort of at your tactics, thinking, oh, did they let me down a bit, or did you just think, oh, I've had a laugh?
Well, yes. Actually, it's supposed to be in the public. I was expecting to lose if I was going. If my own people had to vote against me, you know, everybody trying to get there themselves. Yeah. So you know, I'm the threat. So,
he's a threat.
Well, Rachel, where do you think it went wrong for Evander? Could he have done anything differently?
Well, to be honest, I don't think he really had chance for it to go wrong, really, did he? We only got, as Carol pointed out earlier, he only got 2 votes. However, I've got to say, Evander, I think you weren't going to win right from the beginning. You ruffled a few feathers, a few boa feathers, probably, along the way. You upset a few animal enthusiasts.
Sometimes a horse needs a punch in the face.
All right.
Don't they just? Seriously.
But the other thing, I think the other thing about the British public that you don't understand maybe is that we're a country of fair game. You know, we play cricket. That's what we do. And it's not about the winning. It's the taking part that counts. And I think that to some extent you didn't really take part. You were kind of sitting back. I thought as though you were, you know, scamming, seeing what was going on. But I don't think you were taking part as much as the British public would have liked to have seen.
What do you reckon? What's your view?
Well, you know, you were drawn to a sport where it's a one-man team. It's not a team sport. You have the independent to dependent personality trait. I would rate you probably as a highly independent person. And with your sport, you'd have to observe your opponents carefully, clock what their sort of moves were. And that's what you were doing a lot in the house at the beginning. It was when you cracked a few moves, that's when people really started to like you. And I think if you had done more of that fun stuff, more of the fun stuff early on, then maybe Lee wouldn't have said, you know, that he wanted Louise to stay. Because, of course, we know Casey just went along with Lee. So I think you would have had more chance if you'd just been a bit more of that fun guy, cracking the moves, and, yeah, you might have still been
What do you reckon, Evander? What do you make of what they're saying?
Well, you know, I understand what you're saying. You know, but what was told to me is the fact that it's the fans that were going to vote. You know, if I knew that it was going to be my peers that was in there, it wouldn't be no reason for me to come because I realized that I'm a popular person. So they know what they've done and what I've done is so much more than them. So I wouldn't have been there. I realized I wouldn't have any chance. I'm a winner. I like winning, but I only get in the game because I can win.
You'll always be a winner in my eyes.
Thank you.
I just think you are shitting yourself.
Yes, I am. I'm very scared of this man.
Listen, Evander, we saw in the main show tonight Sam saying to the rest of their housemates that she felt that you didn't really get to know people as much as you probably could have. Do you think that started the downfall?
I don't think so. I'm older. I'm older than them, and I realized that, you know, I don't want to. I'm not going to give up what type of person I am to get to know somebody. I know it takes time.
And like you said, you only in there a week.
Well, yeah, you just 1 week, and you know, I think the handcuff thing was a good thing.
Yeah.
But then after the handcuff thing was over, then all of a sudden I learned that I didn't really know the person who I have. I thought I knew her that 1 week, but after that,
Louisa, yeah.
I'm like, and they start, you know, everybody started kind of revealing the things they have done. You know, I take a deep breath and look back and say, oh, okay.
I don't know either. Carol, if you had to pick between Evander and Louisa, who would you have gone for?
Well, as I've already said, I'm a bit of a Louisa fan, actually. And I know that's not popular.
Panto season has finished.
But then again, I'm sitting here and Evander's only sitting there. So, you know, what can I say? I would actually have kept Evander in.
Rachel, do you think that Evander's leaving is going to change the house much?
Yeah, I think it will. You had an influence. I mean, you're in this incredibly successful, acclaimed man. I mean, and you command a really big presence, not just because of your size, but because of your stature. And I think is that the same thing? Size, stature. You know what I mean.
Do you not think, permission to speak freely, do you not think he was a little bit boring?
Reserved. I'm going to say reserved. But Jim found you, I think, Jim found, great comfort sitting next to you. Louisa described you as calming. Dappy followed you around like a small terrier. I mean, there are definitely going to be
we
people
were
who miss
watching
you.
in the green room the episode together, and there was that bit where Dappy is crying, saying he's going to miss you. How does that make you feel? Does that touch you?
Well, I felt that I had, with me, the Big Brothers show was almost like my Big Brothers wouldn't allow me to do what they did. They already had bad habits, so they didn't want me to have bad habits. So when it came down to Daffy, I would like tell her, I said, look, my mama told me just hold my tongue. If I hold my tongue, everything will work for me.
He did listen, did he?
Well,
he didn't. He was not holding his tongue tonight.
He held it more when I was there. Good. I'm telling you, when people, when you first tell someone something, they have to, a little bit at a time.
Yeah, so you just got to
keep on
checking them.
We enjoyed watching you.
Keep on checking them.
That was the best thing about him going. The best thing about Evander going was it shut Dappy up for 5 minutes.
It did, because he was crying.
Dappy.
Nice little bit of chat still to come. We'll be taking a closer look at the mean girls and the bad boys of the house. Yes, and all of our exclusives are just going to keep on coming.
See you in a second. Ta-ta!
Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brothers bit on the site, where we are proud to say we've never had one STD. Never.
Just a urine infection. It really smarts.
Yeah, I should get checked. Here's another exclusive. Is it still there?
Can you see yourself as being friends with Casey?
Yeah, I mean, if I can be friendly with her, she's a nice girl. Like, I'm rooting for her. I want her to have a good time here. I just think because she was hurt in a sense that she's sort of blaming that on me, even though she says that, oh, it's not Jasmine's fault, it's Lee's fault. I know how girls are. And she still wants me to fuck off, and I know it. I can just sense it.
Spicy. Right, let's get down to business. It's time to talk about the big battle in the house. It's mean girls versus bad boys. Now, when Casey and Lee left the house, we saw Louisa and Jasmine grow quite a lot closer. Pam, what have you made of their relationship?
Well, last summer I raised this whole idea of Queen Bee with Gina Rio.
Yes.
And how the difference between a Queen Bee, they're very high on self-entitlement. It's all about the me, not about the we. It's very different than being an alpha female who's more about a motivator. And they are two classic Queen Bees. The thing is, though, they're uniting because it suits them. It's not because they're great pals. It suits them right now. But already Jasmine, last night she clocked the fact on the eviction night how many boos Louisa got. You could just see it going through her mind when Louisa was talking about it. Social value for Louisa starts going down. Jasmine's going to think, I don't want to be anchored to something like that. I can see at some point, if Louisa keeps going down, her social value within the house, like with the Dappy row, that she may be kind of cut free a bit from Jasmine. Yeah. I mean, Jasmine did it with the Dappy row. She was there at the smokers area, sort of calming things down with Dappy, and let Louisa keep doing it.
They've said this week, though, both of them have said they're the self-righteous, complete stars of the show. Carol, do you agree with that? Are they your stars of the show?
What, those two? No, absolutely
that's
not.
got me. I didn't say it.
No, yeah, they do, and Louisa especially, and it's the only thing I really don't like about Louisa. She's always planning what she's going to do. Oh, let's do a lesbian thing. That'll make us win. Let's do this. This will make great TV. You know, they're real players, and so is Jasmine. You can see she's thinking, Pam's right. Who can I attach myself to?
But it's good
Who's
to watch her.
really
It's making
popular?
good TV,
Oh
though.
no, it is. Don't no.
You get rid of them, it gets a little bit more boring.
No, I don't want the exciting people to go. However much I hate them, I don't want them to go because that's where people always. That's where the audience always gets it wrong.
Ivana, you've been in the house, and last night you said the girls will pick off the boys one by one. Do you think that Louisa and Jasmine are intimidating in the house?
Well, they sharp. You don't know which way you're gonna get stuck from. They get you. They get you. That look. They get you.
You said that last night. You said that last night on my show. That you said that you felt that they were in a cahoots together, and they're doing that because they're the two strong characters. They think we're going to buddy up. Do you still think that this is going to play out throughout the rest of the series?
Yeah, it's another quiet one in there, and she hanging around, and she shows up every once in a while. Linda. She'll come in there and
she'll have her 2 pennies worth.
Yeah. She said the thing, and I'm like.
Let's talk about Liz for a second, because Liz said that the two of them made her feel like she was back at school being bullied. Rachel, psychologically speaking, does that say more about them or more about Liz, do you think?
I think it says more about group dynamics and what happens when you shove a load of people in a room together. I think that Liz is re-experiencing her worst nightmare of being at school with the clever, funny kids who were pretty and knew everybody and controlled everybody. But I think Jasmine and Louisa are probably also experiencing that. They are probably playing the characters that they did play at school, as indeed could happen to any one of us.
No, look,
you were just drunk at school, weren't you?
No, I was not.
Carol did go at school.
I did it for you.
Carol was not at school. She was hanging outside the off license.
I was at school. I was, and actually, look, don't get Liz wrong. She is a professional victim. She is always ranting on in her writing about how she's bullied, how everyone hates her, everyone's mean to her. She's doing it in the house. She's going in the diary room saying, "I'm just not used to people being nice to me. Somebody did something for me." It's rubbish.
Well,
everyone's gonna find her out.
Let's have a look at them in action.
You don't fall in love in 3 days. That's bullshit. It's just not possible. I wish Dappy would have gone. I prefer Lee and Casey to stay.
But then again, if Casey would have never got upset with him,
would he have gone?
Yeah.
True.
Nice work, Liz.
Thanks, Liz. Thank you.
They found all the cans in there.
Pam, what are you making from the body language in that BT there?
Well, they're two queen bees who are beautifying themselves, and it was a mirroring going on there, but Jasmine has the upper hand. As soon as Liz came in, and they both knew that Liz had been sort of doing some chores, you see, kind of Jasmine goes, "Oh, thanks, Liz," but then you see Louisa go into sort of innocent child mode, and suddenly her voice changes. It's very high and like, "Oh, thank you, Liz." So she's kind of being submissive to Jasmine.
Do you think?
No,
towards Liz?
Well, not
treating her like a
patronising.
maid.
No, just sort of that she's showing her submissiveness to Jasmine by actually taking on the role of saying thanks in that childish way. Right. It's a really interesting dynamic.
Pam, as a body language expert, Louisa and Dappy, what did you pick up during their argument?
Oh, two equals match, two big raging egos. Let's face it, they were like, you have Dappy, who's the pseudo alpha male. He wants to be an alpha male, but he's not. And of course you have, Louisa as the queen bee. Neither of them would back down. Neither of them would back down with their body language. And even when Linda came in the middle and did that thing to kind of take them aside and patted them both going, "I'm here, I'm your buffer," they ignored her. And I said on Monday night that Louisa was no way going to take Linda as a mother figure. So they were both at it. They wouldn't let it go. Although Dappy, I've got to say, he should have let it go when he was finally following her around the house. That was just out of order.
Well, someone who agrees with that, we saw Lee was watching in from the bolt hole, and he said he would have liked to have stepped in because he felt that Dappy was going a little bit too far, carrying it on and stuff like that. So, Evander, obviously Dappy really looks up to you in the house. Mm-hmm. Did you not at any point sit there and think, "Do you know what, I'm going to step in here because I can see that this is escalating and he's sort of going on and on and on and on about it. It's going to make it worse." Did you at one point, did you ever think, "I'm going to step in here"?
He fueled it.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I did not.
Your
did
comment.
Not. No,
You did.
No, I didn't. But I'm going to tell you what happened, because they just took it out. I actually said, you know what? There's nothing equal in life. Ain't nothing equal. Somebody better than you in some areas, different areas. That's what I said, and they turned it around. But what happened when I respect every man for what he chooses to do. I talked to you one time and say, look, you need to chill. He went on and did what he wanted to do. And so whatever happened, then it stand aside. Me being a friend with you, I'm not going to ever stop you for what you really want to do.
So at the end of the day, he might look up to you, but he's not. It's
he
not
looks
your
up to
place.
everyone. He's tiny, isn't he?
That is true. But it's not your place to step in and stop someone.
Everybody do what they want to do. I'm like, I understand you're my friend, but I don't control you. You control
I think
yourself.
that's quite a valid point. I really do. But the argument did leave Dappy rattled. Here he is in the diary room after their argument in tonight's show.
She's talking about IQ. I guarantee you, I'd either beat her or I'd come slightly, like, a little bit behind. Or cool, she might be very, very clever, intelligent, cool, fine, but yo, she can't be that intelligent, otherwise she'd have a better job than I would, and she'd have more success. I wouldn't have had 3 #1 singles and 3 triple platinum albums if I was stupid.
Exactly. He makes a very good point. I cannot think of one thick pop star. Leroy.
Don't be horrible.
I'm teasing. Now, Rachel, the argument went from sexual morals to intelligence. What were they really fighting about?
I think they were I think Dappy was fighting for his self-worth, for his right to stand next to Louisa and say, I am equal to you. As far as he's concerned, there's some kind of hierarchical ladder of worth, and she's standing above him, and he's below her, and he thinks she's put herself there. And the only way he could feel equal to her or better than her was to drag her off, call her a slag, call her a whore, attack her for her parenting skills, and plant her firmly below him on that ladder. And that's because his self-worth is so low. He can't just say, you know what, babe, you do your thing, I'll do my thing, you're just to the right of me or to the left of me.
He's not that sort of guy.
No,
he won't let it go.
he probably puts everybody he meets on that ladder. Everyone he meets is either better than him or not as good as him.
Carol, have we learnt more about Dappy in the last 24 hours than the whole week?
Oh, have we? Yeah, definitely. I mean, I didn't really like him that much to start with, but I really don't like him now. It was that yap, following Louisa around, like not letting it lie, and it was just really annoying. And the thing is with people in the house, with all the people in the house, even the ones I was in there with, you always find them out sooner or later. They always show their true colours, and I think Dappy's done really well to keep all that under wraps. It's going to happen to all of them. They'll all crack.
But Pam, very, very quickly, obviously Evander's gone now, so Dappy's lost his father figure in the house. Do you think we're going to see Dappy gravitate a bit more towards Jim?
Well, yeah, because he craves a kind of role model that is respected. And he goes for the kind of old school, traditional, strong male, as he sees an alpha male. But it's not about dominate, it's about motivate.
Yeah.
And he was trying to dominate Louisa at that point. A true alpha male motivates, and perhaps Jim might have in Dappy's mind some of those qualities.
True so.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much indeed. Coming up, we've got a generous helping of exclusive diary room footage, and we discuss the possibility of a Towie/Chelsea super romance.
See you after this.
Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Psych, where we are always hoping that Talisa's watching.
Oh, yeah. You keep your hands off Talisa, she's mine. Hello, babes. Hi, Talisa.
Here are some unseen gems from the diary room we swept up from the cutting room floor and pieced together for your viewing pleasure or pain, depending on how you look at it. Can you give me her phone number, please?
Yeah, it's 07. Yeah. 07.
Have you fastened yourself a bit of a new jacket there?
Do you like it? I think it's awesome.
How did you do that?
No, I put my arms through the leg holes, and then it goes out quite nicely. Kind of slightly cape-like.
futuristic. Should we twerk?
Let's twerk. In a row?
I'm no good at twerking.
Go in the middle, Ollie. Bend down, son. Twerk, 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 twerk.
Twerking, Essex style.
What is this is so wrong. Ollie's behind me. You're behind Ollie.
I don't know what you're talking about. See, it's Essex twerking.
Tissue on the chair. A bit rude.
Dappy?
Yeah.
I'd leave that on the floor if I was you.
Leave it on the floor?
Why not?
I'll just put it in the bin.
Oh no, dog it anywhere. In any way I take that as prejudice towards southwest Fulham.
Smells as well. Stinks.
Feel free to drop it, Dappy.
Bro, I swear to you, if you could smell this, you would think, oh my God, Jesus.
Big Brother can smell it from here.
You can smell it from here. It smells nasty. It's pinging.
I saw Lee wanking in the shower.
Basically, so...
Basically.
So, what?
Basically, you say basically, and you also say... You say,
In it. You said in it a few times.
I don't say
Yeah,
it.
I did once.
No, not being
Did
funny.
you outside?
Not being funny.
Not being funny, but...
Not being funny.
Not
Don't you mean not being funny? No, you mean not being funny.
I'm not being funny. See?
Am I done? I love these two, man. These two are sick.
Nice little chandelier shot there. Right, in the last couple of days, we have seen hints of a romance blossoming in places other than Lee Ryan's underwear. It's time to take a closer look at the reality TV dream that is The Only Way is Chelsea. Have a look at this.
Do you love Sam?
Love Sam.
I want you and Sam to get together.
She won't have me.
Why? Have you asked her?
No. I sit here in such proximity, and I'm like, but I think she's amazing, like really amazing. I think she's a great girl, like such an amazing girl. And I can see exactly why so many people adore her, and she's just...
Yeah, she's lovely.
Exactly my type of girl.
It's his type of girl. Rachel, what do we make of that?
Yes, I think that it's interesting because he keeps talking about his sexuality and that's why girls aren't interested in him.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's got any sexuality at all. He doesn't come across as gay, doesn't come across as straight. He just feels like a really young boy for whom it isn't obvious. People keep telling him one thing and he's not sure how he feels.
Do you think he knows how he feels?
I think he's a beautiful, effeminate young man who gets on really well with women, and that doesn't make him gay or straight.
That's a
Just
really
makes him a bit
fair answer.
confused.
That's a really fair answer.
Evander, did you spot any sexual chemistry between Sam and Ollie when you were in there?
No, not at all.
Next question. It's a valid answer.
Evander says no, Evander says no.
Dr. Pam, what's your take on it all?
Well, Ollie is lovely. He is as delicious looking as a Prince Charming. I mean, he's just got this face.
He is gorgeous.
But he would be high on the trait of people pleasing. He really has a bit of a disease to please. And he's been doing this kind of supporting role to Lionel and also to Dappy, bigging up Dappy being on a chat show, saying that how, Dappy's manhood had been on the chat show. Not Dappy, but his manhood. So now he's realised he needs some action. He needs some attention. He is in a reality show. He needs to carve out a role.
Well, it's really funny that you said that because let's just play a bit of devil's advocate.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wicked. Carol,
Yeah.
is Ollie doing this whole thing with Sam just to create a storyline?
I think he is, yeah.
Oh, really?
And I love Ollie. I love Ollie, and I think he's a good contender for the top prize. He'll win it. I think he could win it. And I wish he wasn't doing that because I'm not really believing him, and I do think that he is playing for airtime. I think he wants to get in, and he's a professional reality star, remember? He's in Made in Chelsea, so I think he's writing his own scripts, What can I do?
It's
I'm gonna
Chelsea
fancy
and
Sam.
Towie. This could be the zenith of all TV romances.
Yeah, but it's wrong. It's wrong. It's like crossbreeding.
Surely that's illegal.
You just can't do it. I don't think they would be allowed to date someone from another reality show. Their contracts are quite tight, I believe.
I
in those
reckon
shows.
they love it.
Passion in what he's saying about her. He didn't look like he's really
No.
lusting after Sam at all. It's like Dexter Kerr over Charlie last summer. I did not believe he really fancied her, and I don't think it's happening there.
Rachel, they're both keeping out of trouble, aren't they? They've been in this kind of game for a long time. Do you think they're playing the long game here? They're fully aware of what they're doing?
What you mean by kind of staying back and keep...
Yeah.
No, do you know what? I just think they can't get a word in edgeways. They're in a position right now with some incredibly powerful characters. They're really demanding all the airtime. And remember, in their constructed reality show, they've got a producer-director going, and now... This is your turn.
It's true.
You can say this, and this is your time to say it. They might even get a chance to say it 4 or 5 times. In this situation, they have to fight for their airtime, and they're not fighters.
And there's only one take.
I thought for about 3 days Sam wasn't even in there. I've not seen
She
her.
has been. You know what? I think the problem we've got in our hands, it's not saying Sam's boring or anything like that, but I think the problem we've had is we've had such an explosive week when it comes down to Lee, Casey, Jasmine, the bolt hole, everything like that. And I just think any storyline that Sam might have had, we might have overlooked something that could develop over the next 2 weeks. I don't know.
We might have overlooked something, or she could be really, really boring. That's
not.
It is it's a possibility. She is proving very popular. No nominations against her.
That's because she is the psychological equivalent of the perfect head girl. She's calm, she's confident, she's
Bit like me.
Yeah. I'm sure you were head girl. Yeah, Carol. Don't
Do
believe
me
for
a
a minute.
flavour.
And you know, when she was chained to Jasmine, she had the patience of a saint, and she creates this comfort zone around her, and the housemates are comfortable around her. That makes her popular. No nominations.
Evander, you nominated Ollie as strategically thinking, he's a nice guy, he's not going to get any nominations. You think he's going to be in the final. Do you think he's a dead cert to be in that final?
I still think Ollie is. I told you he working it 3 ways. With the older guys, with the ladies, and and with the young guys.
He's moving around the groups.
He is a super nice guy, very smart and all that. Know what to say at the right time.
Does he smell nice?
Well,
He strikes me as the sort of guy. Some guys just really
Like me.
smell.
That's
No, not like you. Some guys really smell nice. I just imagine you get a waft of him as he walked past.
Wait. He's a guy that makes sure his look. He concentrate on his look.
Okay, doesn't worry about the smell. He stinks.
Yeah.
He powder down.
Okay,
He powder down.
He looks like he
wrong with
smells
a
of
powder
fake
down.
tan, doesn't he?
Carol, talking
What?
about fake tan.
Yeah.
Sam, what would you think Sam and Ollie deserve to be in the final so far with what we've got out of them as viewers?
No, not really. No, because I don't really know what they're doing most of the time, and I don't see them doing anything. I love Ollie. I think he is. I don't know him at all, but just from what I've seen, he just seems to be like the nicest
See, I
bloke
do
in the
know Ollie,
world.
and he has been the guy that he is on the
He
outside.
is
On the
nice,
inside, he's just
yeah.
a generally nice guy. Doesn't like confrontation. And he's the same in Chelsea. I think people have seen he's never really involved in any arguments.
I think they will be in the final because it's always the quiet ones that slip under
Yes,
the
they do.
radar,
All right.
and they get there. They get to the end, and I think they
Okay.
probably will both
Well, listen,
be in there.
it's time now to hear from the lips of our mouthy studio audience. I refuse to go anywhere near that lot. Get over there.
Yeah, you like that one. You like that one. Right, David, what's your question?
Hi, Evander. What I say, we're sorry you're out as well. My question is, how powerful do you feel, Lionel is in the house?
Do you need me to translate that, Evander, or did you understand it? How powerful do you think Lionel is in the house? Was that right, sir? Correct. There we go.
Right, he sneaky quiet, very sneaky. He keeps up a little trouble, then he hides, then he
does a tap dance
and embrace people. Oh, I'm sorry. You like that?
Well, he did that tonight, didn't he? With the
Oh,
argument
he
with
sure did.
Louisa. He started that argument,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
he gave her a little huggy hugs.
Do you think he's got a chance of getting the final?
Well, yeah, definitely. He got a chance.
Lionel in the final. Thanks for the question, David. Question 2 is from gorgeous Ellie. Thank you for my sweetie basket, babe. Who's your question for?
It's for Dr. Pam.
Dr. Pam.
Do you think Louisa's genuinely upset by what her fellow housemates think of her, or do you think it's all crocodile tears?
No, I think she is genuinely upset because I'll tell you, she is a real queen bee. She has huge defence mechanisms in place. When you've got such big defence mechanisms in place, There's stuff that's going on underneath, a lot of insecurities, a lot of self-doubt, and that at some point, sometimes that bubbles over, and in the Big Brother house, it is like a pressure cooker. It's going to go... And
Good question from Ellie. Thank you, Ellie. Who's my next one from? Question 3. Hello, babes.
Hello, any holes?
Any help? Not tonight, darling. It's all intact, don't worry. Who's your question for, babe?
My question's for Carol. Hello,
Yep.
Carol.
Hello.
Now that Louisa was in the bottom 2, do you think she'll change her attitude now?
I hope not. I really hope not, because I think she's great to watch. I think she's really interesting. She's funny. She does exactly what she wants, and she doesn't give a flying fudge cake of what anybody else thinks of her. She doesn't care. And I think she has got insecurities. She's quite insecure, and she wouldn't have been crying about Lionel, being nasty to her otherwise. But I want her to stay the same. I think she's feisty.
I want her to
and
stay
like
the same because it's good, but she's canny, and I think she wants to win, and I think that she will
Of course she
change her
wants to
game
win.
plan a bit and try and tone herself down and be a bit
There
nicer
isn't
to everyone.
anybody in that house who doesn't want to win. They all want to win, which is completely different to our house. And the only one that really, I think, admits it, I think only one person's admitted they want to win.
And Louisa both said they
They've actually said it out loud.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think they all do.
1 minute left. I want to try and get
Even
as many
Liz.
questions in. Thanks for your question, babe. What's your question?
Save the best till last. Rachel.
What's your question?
Rachel, do you believe that Jasmine's feelings for Lee are genuine?
I think within the context of the Big Brother house, yes, they are. Will they survive on the outside world? Not a chance, not even for a second. But right now, he's the object of desire, and she's going to fight for him because there's a competition at play, and she's a fighter.
Good answer. Well, guys, give yourself a round of applause. Great question. We'll get to you next week, I promise. Still to come, we'll have all the latest news from the house, and Ian will be keeping it realer than Dappy up in the reality gallery. Don't move. See you in a bit. Welcome back to the Big Brother's Bit on the Site. Before we start, we are watching the live streaming, and Lionel Blair is licking things. It is velvet.
It's terrible.
There was a lot going down. I can't even look at that. It's part 5 of the show, and forgive us if we're flagging, but we do have a urine infection.
You should get someone to have a look at that, Ryan,
I really should. It's today's news. That is so disturbing. I can still see it. I can't concentrate. At 10:28 this morning, Jim was entertaining Dappy with impressions of the Swedish chef while preparing some breakfast bangers.
There's a lot of bangers on that pan, isn't it?
Shit. A lot of bangers on that pan, innit? Hörn är ni burgern, hörn? Med snorken. Eaten in the morning, in up under the sun. Out to come on the snorken, the good more igniting for the truffling. And the farmer, ooh, get the hoon, get the knobber, and the flip, and the, ooh, eyeball the hoon, and the pig. And the piggin, and the snuff it.
Do the pot, the beep.
And then the good slice, and you see the hood, and the kid, or the bacon burger. I got it. I found this measure now.
Jim really is proving himself to be a complete muppet in there.
You like it though,
Isn't
don't
he?
you?
Yeah, it does make me laugh. At 12:27 this afternoon, Ollie and Sam were getting all hot and sticky.
Do that strip.
This bit?
Yeah, but maybe, well, I don't know. That seems quite a lot. That's maybe too much. Now I don't have any choice now. All right, rub it in hard. Rub it in hard, you have to do that, yeah. All right, this is going to be horrific. Take out, wait. Carefully peel this, yeah. Carefully peel this as well.
We're putting a wax strip on his foot, but I haven't peeled it off yet.
What? I've got really hairy feet.
Oh my God, no! Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
You've got a better rip than me, but you have. Yeah, you rip it, because I think it's warm. Rip it as quick as you can.
Quick as you can, you
Wait,
don't do it with 2 hands!
Oh, one
That's
hand.
disaster! Do it quickly,
But as quick as you can.
You're in some trouble.
Okay.
One. Chloe! It now looks like I have a vagina foot.
I mean, come on, let's be fair. What kind of self-respecting man has a whack? Do you know what I mean? You just... I just haven't hit puberty yet.
And finally, at 3:35 this afternoon, Sam was set a secret mission to bring a bit of Towie to Big Brother by creating some of her own constructed reality scenes.
Big will, though.
Okay, here's a question for you I was going to ask you a couple of days ago. If you had to fancy one person in the house, who would it be? Who do you fancy most?
Why would you say that?
Because I want to know. Just answer.
Has Big Brother set you this?
No. It's just a normal question. If you had to fancy someone, who would it be?
Probably you.
Me? Good, because I fancy you too. And do you know when we was playing that game, and everyone had to stand up and say they fancy someone, I thought, no, I can't stand up because I was too embarrassed. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I don't think I believe you.
Why?
Because I don't think I do.
Well, don't believe me then.
Carol,
Yeah.
there's something I need to tell you. I think I really fancy you.
Oh my God! Seriously?
Yeah.
I think I feel the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Knew she'd buy it. Don't fancy you at all.
That's your lot for tonight's news. Now,
What's
Ian.
going
Ian, what's happening in the reality gallery?
Ian, I can't believe what I'm witnessing on these screens.
I'm really, this is not, I can't even begin to describe what I'm seeing on the back of these screens.
Ian, we've got it here.
We can see it.
There is a task, there's a task going on. One of the groups have been split into kind of a U section. One have been split into an 18 section.
Oh my God.
Can you, I mean, it really, I don't.
Oh my God.
I mean, it is, this is a low point for me in my career. I've just seen Lionel, Jasmine and Lee in a three-way gangbang.
Ian, I've just seen Lionel. I can't even repeat it. I don't even think that's going to make the show tomorrow.
The bit with the bottle won't make the show,
Yes,
definitely.
that's it. No, that's the bit.
That bit?
Ian, I would say, is there anything else? But I think we've got enough to be...
I mean, shall I tell you some of the other stuff? Don't stop trying to get a shot of it. Come back on me. Focus on me.
Ian, we've got a massive screen right behind me with it on live.
Not the only thing that's massive in here, I bet.
Is there anything
Let me tell you, hush your mouths, you potty-minded people. Let me tell you some of the other nice things that have been going on. Here's a nice thing. Big Brother gave the housemates photos from home. Aww. Linda, Louisa and Sam are all very touched, and they even shed a tear. Yeah, but here's the thing. It's only been a week, you suckers. Get over it. Anyway, whatever. I'm going to carry on watching this.
All right, good luck to you. I genuinely cannot believe what is going on the screen behind me. Hello, Ian.
Hey, the good news is that's what you got to look forward to on tomorrow night's show, but you can check out clips first before anywhere else on the website, channel5.com/Big Brother.
Yeah, we love all that.
Thank you very much.
What's going on? Any other gossip?
Yeah, we got some exclusives on the website. Basically, I caught up with Evander earlier and he taught me some boxing moves. Check it out. It's on the website right now. And we got some tweets. All about Evander's eviction here. So Big Brother 24/7 says, and if tonight wasn't bad enough for Evander, he's being evicted to Justin Bieber. He went out to the tune Justin Bieber just to
Nothing wrong with a
There's
bit of
nothing
the
wrong with it,
bees.
Justin Bieber. No. Ashleen, previous Big Brother housemate.
Ashleen?
Yeah.
Ashleen.
Gutted the legend Holyfield was evicted by Lee and Casey, but I don't think Evander is that bothered.
I think he's all right, isn't he?
They say that the first one out is the winner in some cases.
The true winner.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not in this case,
Least amount of work.
unfortunately.
No.
Cassia Lily Aldred said Dappy and Evander breaking into the UFO was hands down the best thing ever on TV. And Nat Norris said, now that Evander has gone, Celebrity Big Brother has just become Big Brother.
Controversial.
Also, we got a mobile app, everybody. I don't know if anyone knows
People keep
about it,
forgetting about the app.
but yeah, go download it. It's from on your retrospective app store. Check it out. All the
wanna get the
latest
app.
news. Yeah, get the
I
app.
haven't got the app.
Oh, you should really get the app.
I'm going to
It's
get
really
the app.
good, honestly.
I will get the app.
That is good. Well, thank you both.
Don't finish the show without me.
Ian,
don't finish the show without me.
We've got 10 seconds before we're falling off. I cannot believe what I've just witnessed.
I'm not wearing any trousers now.
Does not shock me. Be quiet. That is time up, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to Evander, our panellists, and our fantastic audience. Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot. Our three amigos are going to be back next week for more Psych Action. Make sure you join Emma on Monday night at 11, and I'll be back on Wednesday. Watch that main show tomorrow night. Good night.
Oh my God!